Hey guys, it is Dani and welcome to another video, and I'm here with updates on tropical storm Cristobal that actually made landfall in parts of Mexico this afternoon. But before I go into all of the details with the storm, please ensure to subscribe if you haven't and tap the notification bell so you know every time when I post a new video, because I will keep you guys updated right throughout the Atlantic hurricane season on tropical cyclone activity. And you can also follow me on Instagram. My weather account is weathergirl Dani and my main account is Dani Henry Official. So now let's go back to Cristobal, and right here we are seeing the National Hurricane Center's cone of uncertainty for the storm, and it has sustained winds now at 50 miles per hour. It actually weakened from 60 miles per hour. And why, you may ask? Because of the land interaction, and so it is pounding Mexico and other Central American countries with heavy rainfall all week, and that is expected to continue at least until the end of this week, because the storm will just be moving so slowly. Right now it is moving to the southeast at 3 miles per hour, and so it might pick up in acceleration, fortunately, maybe by sometime on Friday or Saturday, when it is going to be accelerating up north and then probably make landfall along the Gulf Coast. Most models predicting Louisiana here, and so it can even make landfall as maybe a weak Category 1 hurricane, even though the National Hurricane Center at this time is not expecting a hurricane landfall, but it could be near that strength. That is what they're predicting for now, but we could see a hurricane landfall, guys. But being a tropical storm does not make it any less dangerous, because the rainfall is the problem. And on satellite imagery at this time, we're seeing that the storm is looking a bit disorganized again, because it is losing those conditions that are necessary for further strengthening or intensification, which includes the warm ocean waters. And so with the mountainous terrain being there and all of that overland, that's the reason why we are seeing this disorganization right now. And so the rainfall is quite widespread in Central America, and it is expected to continue until the end of this week. And so for the landfall, where are the models expecting? So first we have the GFS model right here, and we're seeing that this is by Saturday, and it is showing it accelerating up north, and actually it is expected to make landfall in Louisiana, as most of the models here are predicting. But we see that little cluster right there. We see some precipitation going off to even the Florida panhandle right there, and so even though the storm might not make a direct landfall, it's still going to bring that rainfall. And next up we have the Euro model, which expects a direct landfall in Louisiana. And so the next model that we have up next is the Canadian model, that is expecting something that is actually quite similar to what GFS is expecting. There we have it, but it is showing a more easterly landfall, maybe. Still, it looks like in Louisiana, still probably Louisiana, but bottom line, Gulf Coast states such as Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, and even Florida will experience some inclement weather from this tropical cyclone here. And as I said earlier, it could make landfall as a hurricane. So if you haven't, please start making the necessary precautions, because by the end of this week, by early next week, is the time where we could see potential landfall with this tropical storm Cristobal. And so guys, the next name on the list for this Atlantic hurricane season after Cristobal is Dani'i, and we aren't seeing any tropical disturbances at this time, even though there are 2 tropical waves out there, but none showing significant convection at this time, but we'll keep watch. And so guys, that is really it for this update. If you found this video to be pretty informative, please give a thumbs up, and you can also share your thoughts in the comments or ask a question. I will try to respond as best and as soon as I can. And just remember to always be weatherwise, and I will keep giving all your updates on the tropics.